definitely.
We got to ask, how in the world did you end up here in Milwaukee, Wisconsin from Burnley, England?
Well, actually, my brother was the first person to come here from my family. My brother Mick, he was also the captain here at Stritch. He came here 3 years before me, and his connection really was through the college that we went to.
Okay.
He had a connection with the headmaster who studied US politics over here, and he made a little connection with Coach Clements, and 5 boys from Clitheroe Grammar came out here, and that was kind of the start of the English contingent coming out here.
Oh, wow. Basically, we found a good team in England, and we were like, all right,
well, let's bring them over.
Let's just take the whole team.
Exactly.
We'll just get all of them. We know that'll work.
Yeah.
Now you've been playing 4 years, right?
Senior, yeah, 4th year now.
Holy cow.
Clemens did his job right. He's on the ball, obviously.
What type of experience have you had being a part of the Stritch soccer program?
Well, I think I've made a lot of friends since I've got here, you know. It's such an easy place to live with, having English people over here as well with you. Mm-hmm. You know, you never really had to take your time to settle in here. You made friends instantly, especially if you're on a soccer team, you make 11 friends straight away. Mm-hmm. So it was quite an easy introduction for me, especially having my brother here as well, and all these friends who are friendly with me. So yeah, it was a pretty easy introduction, and then as time's gone on, it's been got even better.
Now, how often do you go home?
Well, actually, I've got a girlfriend at home, so I go home probably 2 or 3 times a year, maybe. more than the ordinary Englishman will go home. Yeah, I go home.
So I have an unrelated sports question. It's an English slang question.
Right.
What is a Glasgow kiss? Does that mean punching somebody?
A Glasgow kiss?
Yeah.
Want me to show you?
Oh. No, I don't want you to show me.
That means you're getting headbutted.
Oh, okay.
Basically.
So it would almost be like...
I'm like, I don't know if like they're saying goodbye or if they're fighting. I'm not really sure. I couldn't tell.
Yeah, that's not good. Definitely not. Yeah.
Hopefully nobody's actually saying goodbye to you with that.
Maybe English people just naturally don't like me. I don't know. They saw me and they're like, oh.
Face for radio. Andy, you've actually, you were never really a major goal scorer during your first 3 years here, but suddenly you've kind of vaulted into that role. As you and Ben Allen are tied for the team lead with 6. Did you adjust something in your game that suddenly had you scoring a little bit more from that midfield position?
A little bit, yeah. The one thing that I've done for the last 3 years is maybe lay the ball off way too much when I'm in a scoring opportunity. And this year, I've just started hitting the ball a lot more. If you like, my shot stats are way above what I've had for the last 3 years. And the more you shoot, the more you score, I guess. So I think that's the reason why every time I get the ball in the 25-yard area, I'm just trying to hit the target and see what happens.
Yeah, I'd have to admit, after watching all the men's soccer games, I'd probably not want to be one of the opposing goalkeepers when it's about 25 degrees and having a shot coming off Andy's foot.
And having a frozen rock come at your eye.
Yeah.
Maybe we could do that for
it's bad enough you're sitting there freezing, you know. I mean, we had one soccer game this year. I think it may have been the Trinity International game where we had rain, sleet, a little bit of snow, sunshine. The only thing we were missing was 70-degree weather.
All in the same game. Yeah, welcome to the Midwest.
I'm used to it. Don't worry.
Oh, jeez. Well, now you're actually a captain this year. This being your last season here at Stritch. What has that honor meant to you?
Well, it's something that I think, you know, is a great honour. After playing 4 years, it's great to know that your team respects you in that way and feels that you've got such influence on the team that you want to step up into that role. I think you have to bring on a lot more responsibility for yourself. You know, you're now a leader, so you have to look after the young boys, the freshmen. You know, a lot of them are away from home for the first time, and that's hard. So you have to look after them. We've got a lot of international boys, obviously in the freshman year, from Brazil, France, from all over the country. So, you know, you have to keep an eye on them and see that they're doing okay, settling in well, which is something that I've kind of tried to take on responsibility as a captain.
Is our goalkeeper, is this his first year here?
It is, yeah.
LeBlanc?
LeBlanc, yeah.
LeBlanc was his first year? Okay.
He just likes saying LeBlanc.
I just want a reason.
At least you said it right. He gets upset with the
you say LeBlanc. Hey, LeBlanc.
Well, have there been other pronunciations?
He probably heard you badger it last week or 2 weeks ago.
That was a couple weeks ago.
He's also from Lille, France.
Lille, France.
And they're calling it Lille.
Yeah, okay. See, I got that part wrong. I pronounced his last name correctly. I got the hometown.
You just said it.
I said
all the way through. And
it was like a train wreck as soon as I opened my mouth.
Yeah, sorry.
Much like the...
I just feel like I'm getting poked in the eye by Marianne. Like, she's, like, visibly, like, next to me.
Like, what are you guys doing?
Yeah, I don't know if she's listening, too. And she's like, man, I'm really going to poke him in the eye when I see him next time.
Well, you know, Andy, this season has actually been kind of an up and down. Obviously, we didn't have the type of scoring that we had last year when Ben had Jamie Robertson playing up front with him. But, you know, you guys have actually kind of accounted well for that. But it's going to be a little bit tougher road in the playoffs. It looks like after the loss to Judson and then kind of falling off the marker a little bit against Robert Morris, now down in we've actually dropped down to that 4 spot. It looks like we're going to be playing on the road for the playoffs. How difficult is it to win on the road, whether you're playing a number 6 seed or you're playing the number 3 seed?
Well, especially for our team, I think, you know, we're very comfortable at home. So away from home, we're a little bit hit and miss. We have won away at Olivet, which is a big win this year. So I think it's going to be a lot more difficult road away from home for us. But anything's possible. It's a cup game.
Yeah.
Why do you feel like the road is worse for you? Is it the fan reaction, or is it the hassle of the travel? Like you said, Olivet, that's like probably a 2-hour drive south, right? So
I would say definitely the travelling is a big aspect of it. You can get off the bus and your legs feel heavy, you know, and you have to get yourself motivated. Whereas at home, you feel fresh, you feel ready, and you feel comfortable.
right, 5 minutes down the road.
Exactly.
Yeah, there you go.
So it's definitely about motivation, really, I think.
Well, what do you think? What do you think is going to happen the rest of the way? I mean, you guys had a big win against Holy Cross. You ended up having a goal in that, and now you've got St. Francis coming up on Wednesday. You know, and then Illinois Tech, and so the season really doesn't kind of wind down on a very easy note. You know, St. Francis isn't doing that great, but what we noted is that Halloween on Saturday could actually, you know, a lot of things could happen. So, I mean, are you guys looking ahead to Illinois Tech, or are you going and thinking we got to take care of business with St. Francis first?
Exactly what you said. With me, coach, and Paul Digdale, the other captain, we've spoke about this, and we've got to go into Illinois Tech win already in the playoffs. We've got to win against St. Francis. It's a must-win game. We don't want to be going down to such a good team as Illinois Tech and having to get something from the game. We'd rather go down there comfortable in a conference, in a position where we're already in the tournament. So Wednesday is a big, big game for us.
Well, and I got to ask, what is the curse that Judson has over us?
Better players, maybe.
They've had our number the last couple of years. They've had our number the last couple of years.
Well, we'll see what we can do in the tournament. Anybody can win it.
What time is the game on Wednesday?
It is at 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
3 o'clock now.
Yep.
Sure, we'll go over that at the end of our show.
Yeah.
All of our review of the games coming up.
We're on that like white on rice.
Yes, exactly.
Well, Andy, before we let you go, we got a couple. We've got a 3-pack question that we like to ask our interviewees. First of all, favorite song.
Favorite song?
Yep.
I'd have to go for Live Forever by Oasis.
Okay. All right. How about favorite movie of all time?
My Cousin Vinny.
The 2 Utes.
Yeah.
What the hell is a Ute?
Oh, that's a great movie. I watched it over the weekend.
I'm just trying to push the car out of the mud.
Yeah.
It keeps wiping out it.
Absolutely hilarious.
It's the only other thing that Karate Kid's been in that wasn't the Karate Kid.
And then, last but not least, when you graduate here, what is it that you want to go on and do?
Well, I've got a few plans at the minute. I've been offered to go down to LA to do a little bit of coaching in the summer, and then maybe a little semi-pro in Australia, and then hopefully, I've always been looking to go into the police force or the fire service, so that's my ultimate goal at the end of everything. But
now, would you end up staying here in the States or going back home?
well,
Not listening. You can say your girlfriend's not listening.
yeah, well,
She might be.
She might be. I don't know.
Well, she probably is listening to it. Well, I'd probably have to say either England or try and get me somewhere, into Australia maybe or something like that. So,
Well, it's definitely been a pleasure watching you the last couple of years, Andy. I know for sure the team's going to definitely miss your leadership going into next season and stuff. And it's a shame that playoff games will be on the road because, Jeremy, I mean, honestly, the leadership that Andy and Paul have given this team have been unbelievable.
Well, we'll make sure and report on it.
All right, well, Andy, thanks for coming in.
No problem.
Definitely appreciate it. So, Jeremy, where are we heading next?